Hello my creative friend, Olga Sabi here and welcome to new fluid art tutorial. Today I want to create a painting with a very distinct infinity symbol. So I have a perfect canvas for it. It's long, it's 16 by 40 inches, and not so long ago I created my interpretation of infinity symbol with the ring embedded in it, the golden ring. And based on multiple requests, I'm gonna go for more traditional, so for the actual infinity symbol. So let's see how this one turns out. Let's get to it. Boundlessness is a secret message for this infinity painting, and for my color palette, I'm changing things up from the previous one. So I want to go for a bit more dark, dreamy color palette for the background, and the flow itself is going to be a little brighter. So first color that I have here is Prussian blue. Absolutely love working with this color. I might add a little more of it, but it should be good for now. This one here is a relative to Prussian blue. So this one is phthalo blue mixed with white and black, so with gray color. Next color here, I want to warm up my background. I don't want to go for just pure dark blues. So this one here is red violet. This is not a dark color, and I really like using it alongside with Prussian blue because when they blend, they create most gorgeous deep violet. I want to create some cell texture in my background. So keep adding more colors. These are from different group. So this color here is a mix of phthalo blue with cobalt blue. Get some nice cell reaction. I also want to add just a dash of lighter violet because, as I said, my red violet mixed with Prussian blue will create some violet, but it's going to be very dark. So this one here is a little lighter violet. It's a mix of oriental violet with some titanium white. I think it should be enough color for now. I'll add more as I go if needed. Okay. Next, I want to blow out those colors, and I want to combine the properties of chaos with a little bit of structure. So as you might guess, the infinity shape is going to be like this. So when I'm going to be blowing out, I want to maintain this shape, kind of. You'll see. And all the colors are mixed with my new recipe. If you want to learn more about it and my new course, check out information below this video. This is looking really, really good to start with. I like this corner. It's a little too much of this color. Next, before I'm gonna add my infinity shape, I want to tilt out my base a little bit. This is something I have been experimenting with my blowouts to tilt them out recently, especially for the background. And I really like the effect. I really like a bit more dreamy look of the blown elements. I think there's definitely something about it. When all these blowout shapes, they become a little more distorted, more wavy. Gives it interesting dreamy vibe. Okay, awesome. You see how it turns from very, traditional, very familiar blown background into something almost space-like. Okay, so now I'm gonna add the shape of the infinity, and I think I'm gonna actually swipe it instead of blowing it out. I'm gonna get my stepladder because this is something I definitely want to do looking from above. So, bye, see ya. Guidelines for myself. And the first color was iridescent copper. Next here I have cadmium orange. This one here is vermilion orange. It has a bit more red undertone in it, and it's more transparent than cadmium. Okay, on top here I'm adding primary magenta. Some highlights. This one here is a mix of Venetian rose with a little bit more white and a little bit more yellow. This is the same red violet that I had in my base. And finally some white. Okay, I think actually I should stay up, kind of a little bit up for my swipe. I'm gonna add a little bit of drips on my spatula. Added a little bit of titanium white on my spatula. I think I want to add some highlight on this front part. Yes, that's awesome. And look at this beautiful reaction. Yes, this is amazing. Actually, I think I want to extend it this way. Oh, I have worked on so many details and doing a bunch of finger swipes and adding some colors and really continuing some lines, and I love it now. You can definitely see how it goes. It has this 3D look, and the background makes it even more moving and adds a lot of depth. So now let's see how it dries. Alright, my friend, this piece is dry, and it dried really well despite a large amount of paint and a lot of manipulation. So what I want to do now, there are a couple things about this piece that I have really overworked. There are some areas like right here that really need to be more sharp, and I also want to extend some lines and maybe add a little bit more shape, a little bit more structure to this piece. I don't have an exact plan, just an initial vision, and I'm just gonna change one piece at a time, one element at a time, and take a moment. I always take a moment when I change and adjust my paintings, just step away or look from above, make sure it's moving in the right direction, all the changes, and proceed from there. So let's start by working a little more on this section. So I want to have more over this bright, vibrant orange, and I want to bring it more towards here. If you smudge some paint or get it on yourself, you can always use a wet paper towel to wipe it. Here is this infinity painting all done and finished, and I have smoothed out some of these parts a lot when I was touching up the dry painting. And now when I corrected the shape and extended some of those lines, it definitely has a lot more of this, 3D look where the flow really goes around. And because there is contrast in the saturation, in size, in value, you can really see that this part is closer and that one is further because it's darker and it's smaller. So I really love the 3D look of this piece. And the base, all this multicolor base and all the dancing colors makes it super dynamic. I really like this little highlighted section and this line of cells and lacing that goes through it. It is so beautiful. Definitely the center part, the focal point of this painting, and you really go from there. And this piece is definitely such a combination of techniques, and I love that a lot. Me, recently I have been really experimenting combining multiple techniques in one. And this color palette is very contrasting, and you know what, initially I was thinking to add some gold in it, and I'm so glad that I didn't, because it would be too much. Right now this combination of mostly the complementary colors, the blue and orange, it's definitely a very striking color palette. Definitely stands out a lot from the background, so it's pretty cool. I'm glad that I didn't add any gold, but there is a little bit of orange metallic that creates nice, little splashes, little accents when you look at certain angle to light. Please let me know what do you think about the outcome. How do you like this dynamic dancing infinity? And just a quick reminder that right now I have a sale on all of my artworks, and you can get 20% off by using this coupon. The sale is almost over, so don't miss it out. I'm looking forward to hearing from you. I'll chat with you in the comments down below, and thank you so much for joining. Take care, create with passion, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.